The Anomaly, Tensura X Data Live, by Nocturne_Chapter 19. Darkness brings despair. A girl thinks, if only I was more honest. A girl wishes, if only I had more courage. Wish upon a shooting star. Shidhu Pav. Inside Fraxinus, in another secluded room where Shidhu, Katori and Rain were inside. Maybe we went a bit too far. I didn't think she'd be that upset, Shidhu said. No, it's not as bad as you think. Her mental state, mood, and happiness all have risen above the most severe level, Rain said. She's probably not used to getting compliments when she isn't transformed. Despite wanting to be acknowledged from the bottom of her heart, she has zero self-confidence, Katori said. Now that you mention it, Natsumi was saying nobody ever paid attention to her, Shidhu said. Sounds like a few bad experiences have warped her idea of self-worth. Beauty isn't the issue here. Isn't it whether or not someone accepts Natsumi for who she is, Katori said. Natsumi Pav inside her own makeshift room in Fraxinus, Natsumi was sitting on her bed. Those guys, saying all those lies. Then she covered herself with the blanket. Hanyel. In a hallway, she was walking through, disguised as Katori. I'll find out the truth, Natsumi said, taking a lollipop to her mouth. Then she entered another room where both Toka and Yoshino were chilling. Toka, Yoshino. Are you taking a break, too? Tonka asks. Hey, what do you two think about that one Natsumi girl? Katori asks. Think, meaning? How disgusting can that Natsumi get? She's so ugly, it's not even funny, right? Katori asks mockingly. Both Toka and Yoshino were confused as they looked at each other before looking back at her. Katori, what's the matter? This isn't like you, Toka said. You I don't think Natsumi-san is disgusting at all, Yoshino said. What are you talking about? When she's that much of a disgraceful mess, it's an eyesore, Katori said. Then, the other four spirits, Kagaya, Yuzuru, Miku and Rimuru entered the room after hearing the commotion. Huh? What's going on here? What's up, Katori? You don't seem yourself today, Kagaya said. Get this, guys. They're saying weird things, Katori said, slightly panicking. Doubt. What weird things? Yuzuru asks. That Natsumi is pretty and she's not a pain to take care of. Katori said, confused. I think the one saying weird things is you, Kagaya said. That doesn't sound like something you'd say, Katori, Rimuru said. You shouldn't be talking about Natsumi like that, Miku said with a pout on her face. Everyone else laughed but Rimuru. She was looking at Katori, as if analyzing. No way, it can't be. This means, Katori thought and then stormed off the room. Hey, Katori. It's probably best to leave her be, she needs some time alone for a while, Rimuru said knowingly. Do you know anything, Rimuru? Toka asks. Nothing? While Katori was still running, she suddenly bumped into Shidhu. Whoa, Katori. Sorry, are you okay? You seem down. What's wrong? Shidhu asks, concerned. Nothing's wrong, all right, Katori said, looking away. By the way, about Natsumi and her meals. At last, here comes the truth. Katori mumbled, looking back at him. I'm wondering if we should let her out of the room. I've been giving it a lot of thought, and well, she's gotta be lonely eating alone like that. But if she ate yummy meals with everyone else, I think Natsumi might warm up to us. Suddenly, he noticed that she was crying. Hey, what's the matter? Did I say something weird? Shidhu asks. Shut up, you idiot. Then she ran off again. Hey, Katori. He then tried to catch up to her, only to realize that she was gone already. Then he noticed a lollipop on the ground left by Katori, picking it up as he was confused too. Her leaving candy behind is unthinkable. What happened to her? Then his phone rang. Katori. He then answered the call, putting the phone close to his ear. What's up with you? What are you talking about? Anyway, there's an emergency. Natsumi. She escaped from the facility, Katori said. Shidhu Pav after that. All of them were looking everywhere trying to find Natsumi until evening, but they still couldn't find her. The sun was almost about to set and there was one place Shidhu hasn't checked yet, and it's the spirit house. It's no use. I looked everywhere, but no sign of her. I doubt she's here, but... With that, Shidu ran inside and went straight to the living room and… Natsumi, thank goodness. Here you're… The person sitting on the couch wasn't Natsumi but Ellen. Pardon me for intruding. Ellen, what are you doing here? Shidu asks, confused. He was nervous and scared, but he concealed with a determined look. You already got beaten by Rimuru. What does the great Dem want with little old me? I let my guard down, that's all there was to it. I just came to ask you a question, Ellen said. A question? Yes. The spirit you took away the other day, which? Where is she now? Ellen asks. There's no way I'm telling you that, is that so? What a nice house. I imagine you're all like one happy family here. That happy family, do you want to lose it? Ellen asks. Trying to threaten Shidu as she pulls out her energy sword. I'll ask one more time, tell me where I can find which? Ellen said, pointing the sword at him. At Fraxinus, floating 15,000 meters above Tengu City. Any reaction from Natsumi? Kotori asks. None at point A. Same for point B, not good. If she's wary of us and refuses to show herself again, Kotori said. This reaction. Natsumi? No, but it's peculiar. It could be a satellite based on its altitude and trajectory. Deep love, Manoa said. That's odd. Why would something like, before Kanazuki could finish saying, he was interrupted. Commander. There's magical power but it's faint. It's an explosive magic, dimension breaker, Nakatsugawa said. Enlarging the image, after enlarging the image, the satellite was from Dem with a Bandersnatch on top of it. Bandersnatch, I see, don't tell me. Back at the spirit house, Ellen was still pointing her energy sword at Shidu. Suddenly, her phone rang and answered the call while keeping her eyes on him. Yes. Very well. I'll handle things here, Ellen said, hanging up from the call as she puts her sword down. Today's your lucky day, Itsuka Shido. Then she just left as if nothing happened. After that, composing himself, then Kotori called him on the phone. Have you found Natsumi? Nope, had a bit of trouble? Shido, I need you to listen. You're not going to believe this, but in a dozen or so minutes, a satellite will crash into Tengu City, Kotori said. Hold on a second. What do you mean? Shidu asks, confused. I'll explain later. It's dangerous to be above ground. Get yourself to the nearest shelter, Kotori said. But Toka and them. Don't worry. Where they're at, the debris won't leave a scratch, Kotori said. Debris? Yeah. We're blasting it to smithereens. Keep searching for Natsumi as long as you can. But if you can't find her, evacuate before it's too late, Kotori said. Yeah, all right. I'm counting on you, Shido. Kotori. What? Thank you, Shidu said, making Kotori blush a bit. That's my line, Kotori said, then the call ended. Rimuru Pav inside Fraxinus. Rimuru and Toka was inside a secluded room eating a cake. Kinako tastes so good as usual, Toka says with a smile. Yeah, that's right. It's very delicious, Rimuru said. Seal, can you analyze it for me? Understood, analyzing the recipe. As they continued eating the cake, Rimuru noticed the concern on Toka's face. Are you worried, Toka? Oh, of course I am. Shidu's out there searching for Natsumi with danger outside. I want to help him, but I believe that he can do it, Shidu said. I see, then you don't need to worry, it's Shidu after all. You're right, Rimuru. Then they continued eating the cake. Report. Analyzation complete. It is now possible to replicate the menu. Thanks, Seal. Shidu Pav. Shidu was still searching for Natsumi until night. There was also a spacequake alarm going off right now. He was running through the panicked crowd. Natsumi, please, answer me if you can hear me, Natsumi. Debris from a satellite is about to come crashing down. It's dangerous to be out here. Let's get to an underground shelter. If you don't know where to go, just follow me. Got it, Natsumi? Panting, he was exhausted from all the running. The streets have also become empty as the citizens are now inside a shelter. We won't shut you in a room anymore. When this is over, you can go wherever you want. Please, Natsumi, inside Fraxinus, 15,000 meters above Tengu City. Commander, the satellite, it's time. Calculate the impact area, Kotori say. Roger. Ready? Let's blow it out of the sky. Mistilton, fire. They fired a laser at the satellite, but it got deflected by a territory around it. Why? That's odd. I can't imagine mere Bandersnatch territory deflecting Mistilton like that, Kanazuki said. Suddenly, they heard an explosion around them. What the? Bombardment from 12 o'clock, displaying now. On the monitor, there was another airship. It was an enemy airship from Dem. Commander. Right now, we can't. Kanazuki, you're in charge here, Kotori said. Then she smashed the button in her table, going down under Fraxinus. Now then, shall we begin? Our war, that is, Kotori said with a smirk. Then she started transforming into her limited astral dress. Camiel. A large red halberd appears in her hand, her angel. Megiddo. Then her angel formed into a large cannon. Here I go. Gingnur. Aiming at the satellite as the crew members were ready to fire another Mistilton. Fire. After firing both lasers, the satellite was covered by a bright light. Get it? After the light disperses, there were no pieces of it left, completely eradicated. Target eliminated. Success. They were celebrating until another satellite came down. It's a satellite. Another satellite has appeared. Camiel. Trying to use it, but she would lose control of herself if she did. Commander. Kotori was too exhausted to use her angel again. Commander, any more and, Kotori, that's a second one. We'll recover you with Fraxinus, so stay put for now, Kotori said through the comms in Shithu's ear. And the shelter? You can't mean, but I haven't yet. Please. Among the lives you want to save, please let yours be the one, Kotori said, pleading. Knowing her concern, but he just couldn't abandon her or Natsumi. Then he cut the signal. Shido. What's going on here? Toka asks. What's happening? Yoshino asks. In a little pinch are we? Yoshinon said. All the other spirits were now inside the main control room of Fraxinus. What a sad sight. To get this flustered over nothing, Kagaya said. Agreement. Try to remain calm. Yuzuru said. No need to feel down, Kotori, Miku said. So, is that the satellite then? Rimuru asks. Why you guys? Kotori, I'm not seeing Shido anywhere, Toka said. Shido is. Kotori, talk to me. Can we do anything to help? Toka asks. Please, you guys. Please protect my one and only Oni-chan, Kotori pleads. Back at Shithu, looking up at satellite that's coming down. It's up to me then. Power. Lend me your power, Sandalphon. Then an angel with the form of a broadsword appeared on his hand. With this, I can. But he gets overwhelmed, struggling to stand up as he uses Sandalphon for support. Fortunately, the spirits have arrived as reinforcements, hearing Toka's voice from behind. Shido. Grabbing his arm as the other spirits gathered around him. Why you guys? Why are you here? Shithu asks. Well, Kotori said you were in trouble, so we had her send us, Toka said. I see. And Kotori? They're busy fighting the enemy airship. Though, I think they'll be able to handle it on their own, Rimuru said. Are you okay now, darling? Miku asks with concern. Yeah, sorry, I honestly thought I'd be a goner, Shithu said. Yoshino then pointed out that the satellite was getting closer to the ground. Guess they took it to the next level, Kagaya said. Outrage. Can't they read the mood? Yuzuru said. We won't let them do as they please, Miku said. Then they all transformed into their limited astral dresses. Flying to the sky except for Rimuru and Toka as Miku's song started playing as it was also buffing the other spirits. Gabriel, March, Miku, Yoshino, Kagaya and Yuzuru attacked the satellite straight up. It's incredible, Yoshino said, admiring the song. I knew I liked this song. I'm getting so pumped up, Kagaya said. Might. Nice assist. Great. Toka, Rimuru, help me out. Let's destroy that hunk of junk. We can do it together, Shithu said. No we can't. Toka said. Can't? Why can't we? Shithu asks, confused. She's right, that satellite is strapped with some sort of explosive magic on it, Rimuru said. Unless we destroy it higher up. Toka said. Higher up? Shithu, I have a plan, Rimuru said. Sure. Take care of her, okay? Rimuru said with a smile before she flew up to both Kagaya and Yuzuru. Leaving Shithu confused on what she means by that. Kagaya, Yuzuru, can you put it very high up to the sky? Rimuru asks. HMPH, have you forgotten who we are? Rimuru. We're hurricane children who mow everything down, the Yamai sisters, Kagaya said. Pledge. We'll cast it aside like it's nothing, Yuzuru said. Then they both attacked the satellite with a much stronger wind power. Come on. Might. Take this. Suddenly, both of them were attacked but were luckily blocked by the shield around them. Wow, are you both okay? Rimuru asks, then the smoke disperse. Yeah, didn't hurt that much, Kagaya said. Then a swarm of bandersnatches appears, trying to intercept them. They attacked the spirits in the sky with a bunch of missiles. Toka, the others, Shidu said with concern. Then both Toka and the other spirits helped out taking out the swarm of bandersnatches. Their numbers started to go down rapidly as the Yamai sisters were still trying to push the satellite back up. Kagaya, Yuzuru, you both ready? Rimuru asks, holding her angel. They both nod as Rimuru's katana started to glow and aimed at the satellite. Feigns. Rimuru's katana started emitting a soft golden light. She swung the sword, and it released a beam of light energy, the moment it touched the territory around the satellite. The satellite was pushed far back up to the sky as the territory around it broke. Rimuru then started to fly up towards it, seemingly trying to land on top of it. Then, a single bandersnatch managed to get past the other spirits and attacked Shido. Shido. Toka tries to reach out and save him but she was too far away. Shido tried to fight it back, but his body stumbled due to using Sandalphon once. He couldn't do anything but closed his eyes and wait for a miracle to happen. Then, when he opened his eyes, the bandersnatch was blocked by a single lollipop. A lollipop. The bandersnatch lose control as its head disappeared and fell to the ground. The lollipop then transformed to Natsumi in her child form wearing her astral dress. Natsumi. Hurry it up. You're trying to destroy that thing, right? Natsumi asks. Yeah, the Yamai sisters were still propelling the satellite upwards as Rimuru was on top of it. She's up there, right? Rimuru, I mean, Natsumi said. Why yeah, she is, what about it? Shido asks. Hanyel. Then a broom appears in her hand, as bright green light envelopes the sky. The satellite was transformed into a giant pig head with little legs and wings on its back. You can manage it now, right? Smash it to bits already, Rimuru. Natsumi said. Rimuru paused. A few minutes earlier, before Rimuru flew up to the satellite. The spirits except Toka and Rimuru were still trying to propel the satellite upwards. Report. Rimuru-sama, the satellite has explosive magic attached to it. Seal said. For real? Yes. Great. Toka, Rimuru, help me out. Let's destroy that hunk of junk. We can do it together. Shido said. No we can't. Toka said. Can't. Why can't we? Shido asks, confused. She's right, that satellite is strapped with some sort of explosive magic on it. Rimuru said. Unless we destroy it higher up. Toka said. Higher up. Shido, I have a plan. Rimuru said. Sure. Take care of her, okay. Rimuru said with a smile before she flew up to both Kagaya and Yuzuru. Leaving Shido confused on what she means by that. She was talking about Natsumi, as if she knew she were here with us. Seal, can I touch the satellite without it exploding? Rimuru asks. Yes. What are you planning to do, Rimuru-sama? Seal asks. I'm gonna destroy it with the help of Natsumi, I know she'll show up. Rimuru said. Knowing her, Seal likely knew that Rimuru was just trying to show off and there were easier ways to destroy the satellite. Fine. Great, thank you, Seal. Then she puts her attention back to the Yamai sisters. Kagaya, Yuzuru, can you put it very high up to the sky? Rimuru asks. HMPH, have you forgotten who we are, Rimuru? We're hurricane children who mow everything down, the Yamai sisters. Kagaya said. Pledge. We'll cast it aside like it's nothing. Yuzuru said. Then they both attacked the satellite with a much stronger wind power. Come on, Might. Take this. Suddenly, both of them were attacked but were luckily blocked by the shield around them. Why are you both okay? Rimuru asks, then the smoke disperse. Yeah, it didn't hurt that much. Kagaya said. Then a swarm of Bandersnatch appears, trying to intercept them. They attack the spirits in the sky with a bunch of missiles. Then both Toka and the other spirits take out the swarm of Bandersnatches together. Their numbers started to go down rapidly as the Yamai sisters were still trying to push the satellite back up. Kagaya, Yuzuru, are you both ready? Rimuru asks, holding her angel. They both nod as Rimuru's katana started to glow and aimed at the satellite. Feigns. Rimuru's katana started emitting a soft golden light. She swung the sword, and it released a beam of light energy, the moment it touched the territory around the satellite. The satellite was pushed far back up to the sky as the territory around it broke. Rimuru then started to fly up towards it, then she landed on top of the satellite. Thanks to Seal, she was able to touch it without it exploding. Then, a single Bandersnatch managed to get past them and attacked Shido. Shido tried to fight it back, but his body stumbled due to using Sandalphon once. He couldn't do anything but close his eyes and wait for a miracle to happen. Then the Bandersnatch was blocked by a single lollipop as it transformed into Natsumi in her child form. Natsumi, she's finally here, huh? Rimuru thought, smiling. The Yamai sisters were still propelling the satellite upwards as Rimuru was on top of it. She's up there, right? Rimuru, I mean, Natsumi said. Why yeah, she is, what about it? Shido asks. Hanyel. Then a broom appears in her hand, as bright green light envelopes the sky. The satellite was transformed into a giant pig head with little legs and wings on its back. You can manage it now, right? Smash it to bits already, Rimuru. Natsumi said. Yeah, I will. Erebus. It was another name that Rimuru had never heard of, but it was in her subconsciousness. After saying that, an impenetrable darkness immediately enveloped Rimuru's entire body. Then the darkness from Rimuru's body started to gather on the katana. And now, the katana was also emitting a deep, velvet darkness. It was the complete opposite of Rimuru's feigns. As it was light, Erebus was darkness. Rimuru swung the sword, and it released a beam of dark energy and destroyed the transformed satellite. It didn't explode, but instead, it rained a bunch of lollipops. Suddenly, Rimuru's astral dress and angel disappeared for some reason and she started falling straight to the ground. Whoa, why did that happen? Rimuru was confused as he kept on falling to the ground. Rimuru-sama, you used too much spiritual power and you reached your limit from that one attack. Seal said. Seal, teleport me back down. Rimuru demands but got no reply from Seal. Seal. Shido paw. A lollipop. The Bandersnatch lost control as its head disappeared and fell to the ground. The lollipop then transforms to Natsumi in her child form wearing her astral dress. Natsumi. Hurry it up. You're trying to destroy that thing, right? Natsumi asks. Yeah. The Yamai sisters were still propelling the satellite upwards as Rimuru was on top of it. She's up there, right? Rimuru, I mean, Natsumi said. Why yeah, she is, what about it? Shido asks. Hanyel. Then a broom appears in her hand, as bright green light envelopes the sky. The satellite was transformed into a giant pig head with little legs and wings on its back. You can manage it now, right? Smash it to bits already, Rimuru. Natsumi said. Yeah, I will. After Rimuru's response, with a beam of dark energy. The transformed satellite was destroyed as it exploded, tons of lollipops falling to the ground. Then they saw Rimuru was also falling straight to the ground without her astral dress. Rimuru. Shido watched as she's falling before the Yamai sisters save her. By using their wind to slow her down as Kagaya catches her. Are you okay, Rimuru? Kagaya asks as they fly down to Shido. Why yeah, thanks to you, Kagaya. Then she put her down as the other spirits also came down. With a relieved sigh, Shido looked at them with a smile. You guys, thank you. If it was just me, I couldn't have saved everyone in the city. Thanks for everything, Shido said as Natsumi started to walk away from them until he interrupted. Natsumi. What? Disgusted that I changed into a lollipop and hid in your pocket. Natsumi said. Or are you upset that I didn't come to help? Before she could continue, Shido cut her off. I'm glad you're okay, Shido said with a smile, shocking Natsumi. What are you saying? I'm the one who hid myself and watched as you panicked. And before that, I did terrible things to everyone. Why? Why? What's your deal? Every last one of you. Dummies. Natsumi suddenly started crying out of nowhere. Hey, Natsumi. I'm sorry. Doing all those bad things. Causing all of you trouble. When you were all being nice to me. I was happy, but I couldn't say thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you, Natsumi said as she was still crying. Don't worry about it. Besides, we'd have been in trouble if you hadn't come. Hey, Natsumi. Remember how I promised you could go anywhere when it's over? If you're okay with it, will you be my friend? Shido asks. The result was she cried even more, even louder. Natsumi. Darling, you're making poor Natsumi cry too much. Miku said. But I didn't do anything. I can't leave Natsumi to someone who only makes her cry. So I'll be your friend, too. Miku said. That's right. No more teasing Natsumi. I'll be your friend too. Toka said. Me too. Yoshino said softly. You're just bad at treating kids, Shido. So I'll be your friend, too. Rimuru said. You can be my kinswoman. Kagaya said. Agreement. We will protect you. Yuzuru said. Come on, you guys. You're making me sound like the bad guy. Shido said. Continuing their banter as Natsumi gave a genuine smile to them. On board Fraxinus, Kotori and the others were watching their banter from a monitor. Thank you, everyone. Kotori said with a smile, glad that Shido was alive. Then there was another reading on their radar, another satellite. End. Chapter 19.